Morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Greg Michaelowski for the New York Opening Forex Commentary for Monday, December 13th, 2010. In early trading, we are seeing some stock markets up. The FTSE's up 56, and Nikkei was up 81. We're seeing the U.S. Stock market show a little bit more strength here this morning as well. Oil's up a buck 20, which is another bullish thing, or movement into some commodities. At least S&P is up 320 currently at the moment. Dow futures are up 32. And what we're seeing in the markets is that the euro is being the beneficiary. At least this morning, maybe we're seeing some movements into things like Aussie versus US dollar, euro yen. Saw some moves to the upside as well. Other than just normal moves. There's no real explanation, and we do still remain somewhat in a trend. From a technical perspective, we can say that we held support and continued to move to the upside. So let's take a closer look. We'll take a look at the euro versus U.S. dollar. I know we have a lot of horizontal, what we call remembered lines in here in the chart, but they correspond with levels that we've seen in this non-trending pattern that we've seen over really 4 days now. 1, 2, 3, 4 different days. The market went up, came down, went up, came down, and the range got more narrow in this period. This is during when the market was in between the what we call the goalpost, moved down below it, and then moved above it toward Friday's close of trading, closing pretty much just on that line. Now we gapped lower coming into the day, and I'm going to zoom in now and take a look at where we went. We went right down to this support floor. This was a level that we earmarked on Friday's report, the 131.80 level, low, 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 low. And when the market can't go any lower than that, what does it do? It starts to go higher. And when the market starts to go higher, we start to go through certain targets. One of the targets was the 132.20 level. Another, you can see the lows here that we had and the lows here that we had on Friday. Then we go through the 200 and 100, and it surges up to our next target levels at the 132.81 level. We moved just above that to 81 level in the last hour, trading to a high of 132.87. You can see that the market has since come off, currently trading at 132.70. So when you get into these non-trending type patterns here, where people buy low and they sell high, failures at these when they take out extremes, take out. Remember, prices often lead to people saying, "Okay, get me out, get me out," especially when there's not necessarily any news that prompted this surge to the upside. So look for the 81 level to be our level of resistance here this morning. Look for a rotation. We'll go to the 5-minute chart. We'll put a Fibonacci from today's low to the high, and we'll look for a retracement, perhaps down to the 38.2% retracement line, and see if that level should hold. The 38.2 comes in at 132.46.47 level. We may have some additional support down at the 58 level. That 58 level corresponds with some lows and highs that we've seen over the last few days in the euro versus US dollar. So watch 58, watch 47 down below here, and certainly what you don't want to see happen is to come back down below the 50 level, which represents a 100-hour moving average. Let's move on to the sterling versus US dollar, and this currency pair came down on the hourly chart through the 100-hour moving average, broke through the trend line. This is a nice selling opportunity in the early trading, and then downward we go. It went down to the 38.2, right down to the 200-hour moving average. What a great level to initially buy against. Saw the move back up to the upside. The market came down. So some nice trades there for those people who are prepared to take advantage of this move here. Now the market is at 26. We have that 200 bar moving average at the 14-15 level and the 38.2% retracement at the 16 level. So we're going to be looking for some support down here again. If the market should break through this level, then look for a move down toward the 56.71 level would be our next target for the sterling versus US dollar. Off the 5-minute chart, you can also see that the market is holding the resistance against the 100 bar moving average here. The corrective move to the upside off of, again, that off of that good support against the 16 level, against the 200-hour moving average. The support off that level moved right up to the 100-bar moving average, gave another selling opportunity here for those people looking to sell a rebound in the that currency pair. So it is looking more bearish, but we do have this key support level down here that the market's going to have to get through that key target level, and so people who are short will likely take some profit down here just to be sure. And why? What is the risk? They can always sell if the market goes below these two key levels and look for further momentum down to that 71 level. Let's look at the dollar versus yen. This 84.40 level continues to be a very difficult level for the dollar yen to get through. The market went up to a high today off at the 30 to 34. Taking a look at the hourly chart, you can see here how the just got just above the highs from last week, which were at 30, moved up to the high at 34, and then quickly came off. We're currently trading at 03. We have support against the 100-hour moving average at 76, and again the low came down to 88. So we are finding some buyers on dips, but looking at the 5-minute chart, the move down went down to so it was a pretty serious move. It took out the whole range for the day, and now trying to get back above the 200-bar moving average. So we're at a key level here for the dollar versus yen. Are we going to move back above the 200, fail on the break to below here, or and if we do get above that level, then look for a move back higher here, confirmation of that the low perhaps is in place for the dollar versus yen. That's at least how I would see it. The euro versus yen, I said that this benefited here. You can see that early on it went down, tested this trend line. That was a nice hold there on the trend line, moved through the 100-hour moving average and held that 100-hour moving average, moving to the top. Now we do have the resistance against the high from last week at the 62 level, 111.62. Get through that level, and we have further potential for move to the upside. Well, actually, I'm going to say we have to get through these levels right here, the 69 level, which is the 100, or let's call it 68 level, the 100-day moving average. That's going to be key for us. Getting through the 68 level, get through the 68 level. I think we should go back through the 74 level without any problem. But we have to get through the 68 level. That's a key level for the euro versus yen, currently trading at 53. Watch that 68 level. We could expect to see some sellers against that 100-hour moving or 100-day moving average. Why? We've seen a number of times, including last week when the market players came in and sold against that level. I mentioned that the oil was up, and as a result, it finally forced the dollar versus Canada out of this goalpost strategy. I mean, who would have thought that it could get that narrow a trading range? But finally, the market, when the two moving averages converged and the price of oil started to move up, we did see the dollar versus Canada sell off. We moved through the 76 level and 81 level. Let's watch for resistance against the 81 level. This level was highs, and if you go back to this day right here, low. So we had 76 low, 81, and then the market had a couple dips below those levels last week, but a number of times the market held that support against the 81 level. So watch 81 here today. I would use that as my stop on the top side if you're short, and look for further momentum to the downside. Obviously, we're going to get through this low from last week. This low came in at the 63 level. A breakthrough 63 should further confirm downside momentum for the dollar versus Canada. So there you have it. A look at some of the major currency pairs. This is Greg Mikulowski with New York Morning Opening Forex Commentary.